Now, don't run away, because our next guest is a musician that you've most definitely heard of on the radio, with a famous face that would leave you breathless.
Oh, man,
The puns just keep coming.
She's like, this is why I don't live in Ireland anymore. I can't be dealing it. Only Sharon Corr can have us feeling the heat of summer sunshine on a day like today. Oh, she's loving it.
Good morning to you,
Good morning,
Sharon.
Sharon.
The
How are
video
you?
for Runaway, we were thinking, where's that beautiful location? It was where?
Phoenix Park and Tara Street Station.
So glam.
So glad.
So glam.
Of course.
But like, that's when you were starting out.
That was our first video.
That was your
Yeah.
first
Nobody
video.
knew anything about us. We hadn't, with the record prepared but not released.
You were like a bolt out of the blue. From being, what? To next thing, the Corrs were everywhere.
For us, it seemed like it took, like 10 years.
Yeah.
It kind of did, from the writing and everything. But then once it hits, then people go, oh, where did they come from? But actually, we'd been, trolling the boards for many, many years.
And do you think that stood to you? Because you know the way sometimes the manufactured bands are put together and they're pushed out there, and then they sort of go, I don't know what to do. But if you've done the gigs and you've been doing the bits and pieces up to that, it does stand to you then when it finally hits for you.
You've got stamina, and you've learnt your trade, and you've learned how to get back up.
Yes.
When you've had the knocks, which are, 99.99% of the time. And the thing is about, when I was working on The Voice as a coach, like what I was saying to, the talent was basically, this is just a platform. You need to get out and get into the clubs. Don't think because you can't even handle. If you make it big, you can't handle it overnight. You need to be, built up in your own self-confidence.
Because you were a manufactured band, technically, manufactured by your parents. Do you know what I mean?
In the womb. Yeah.
In the womb. Yeah. Because you were,
Sounds a bit gross, but there you go.
There you go. Hello to the parents. But it's, when you're put together like that in a musical family, and you've got, because I think we all have families who are musical and they're thrown together as a band.
Yeah.
Like, what was that? Why are there moments of, like, I didn't want to go play piano when you're forced on Saturday to go play piano, being like, I don't want to do this with your parents and the fighting over instruments, or was it, oh no, we all love this?
Oh God, no! There was many moments like that, throughout. I remember dodging my violin lessons and stuff like that. I think, but Mum and Dad were super musical, and we had a great love of music in our household, and we knew, regardless of what we wanted to do, we actually had this magic between us when we started writing. So there's you can't sort of deny your own future or your own destiny just because you can't be bothered. Do you know what I mean? So, and I would always say, one of our greatest successes is the fact that we're still talking to each other.
Well, that's true, isn't it? And I think that, did it help that you were a family and not just like four or five people put together and then
No, I think that could totally impede it.
Really?
And what families are like.
So was there more rows then?
Look at Harry and William, come on.
Well, yeah, that's big.
Big issues.
Yeah, chasm there. But I think we respected what we had, so we worked in our relationship, and we're dying about each other. We love each other, very much. But of course you're going to fight as a family,
And what it was, because millions upon millions of albums. She looked away there, she's like, I'm not telling you what we fought about.
Yeah, exactly.
But millions upon millions of albums. And when you find your, I want to wear that top. When you find, your specialist, when you're kind of, Andrea's going to be singing, Carol, I remember when I saw Caroline on the drums, I was like,
she's cool.
Oh my God, she was like the coolest thing I'd ever seen, like a female drummer. It was just great. And then you're kind of going, okay, I'm going to be on the violin doing this, and Jim's doing his thing. Did it naturally happen, or were you kind of going, I want to do more singing, or?
Well, I think that we were all, we're all singers as well. I think the thing is that, Andrea's an absolutely stunning singer. I love listening to her. I mean, I can't play the violin and sing, so we sort of naturally fell into our roles, and I think they felt really good for us. So it's just the way it felt.
And then when you're getting on, we're saying, you became so huge, over 40 million albums. But the collaborations then, and the places you were being, like collaborations with Bono, Mick Fleetwood, Ronnie Wood. Is there any of those moments, like when you look at it now, do you go, was that us? Is there any moments that stand out to you?
It's so funny where I would often go, if I'm just having a chat with somebody, I'd go, oh yeah, we sang with Pavarotti.
Yeah.
But it's like it's just returned to my mind.
Yeah.
And it's not like it was the most immense experience. It was, but there were so many.
Of
I mean,
them.
we were playing for Clinton, we were playing for the Pope, we were in the Vatican. I can't, it comes back to me, but I don't remember.
Did nobody know you were in the country and Biden here in Dundalk
Dundalk.
yesterday?
I was actually,
We should have got the Corrs reunion.
I was trying to land at Dublin Airport, thank you.
You're like, Joe, come on, a few of us need to get into the airport. It's not just all about you, you know? That's
clear the traffic.
But you've gone on, you've gotten back together, you've toured together, you've gone on, you've done lots of solo stuff.
Yes.
Yourself,
Yeah.
which you really kind of embrace and love, and you get to do kind of different genres of music.
Well, I do. So my genre, I mean, I don't know how you would describe that, but it's singer-songwriter.
Yeah.
You know, so I write all my own songs. And it's a very deep, truthful journey, sort of a labyrinth of lyrics, you know. So, I mean, I get to truly express me there in that situation. So I'm doing a lot of touring this year before I go back out on tour with the Corrs later in the year.
So you are going to tour with them again.
We are going to, so far, Manila and possibly Jakarta and Australia.
So we're
October,
going to see
November.
you here, this side of the world.
I'd imagine probably sometime next year.
Oh,
but
brilliant.
We don't have anything confirmed.
Slane,
But,
Harry, move over. Harry Styles, move over. Get the Corrs.
Yes.
Because I'm sure, like, when you just look at those hits, people just want to see it again. Like, I don't know what it is at the moment. The nostalgia is there for it all again.
Well, I think, I do believe we made very good music.
Yeah, totally.
And I'm very proud of what we did. I think that, maybe in the last 20 years or so, there's been a little lacking of sort of, music that it's spent an awful lot of time on to make, and we spend an awful lot of time on our music. You know what I mean? So I could see that the kids nowadays, including my own kids, they're running towards like groups like Led Zeppelin. They're running towards Tears for Fears and different bands because of this sort of, immense structure of the music and how beautiful it is.
And the storytelling of an album and everything that's there.